Namaste, namaste, my brothers and sisters. Here we are for the continuum of the sharings. And in this sharing, I will be sharing with you the breaking free from illusion. The breaking free from illusion. I am currently sitting on a houseboat in Sausalito, California, the epicenter of the free thinking and love movements on the West Coast through the 60s and 70s. I am on a dock called Liberty Dock, and as we've talked about synchronicity so very many times in the sharings, we live in a nation and in a time where freedom is always in question. What is freedom? What is liberation? As we have witnessed with the current elections and the continual conversation of division, we have seen a manifestation of the ego in its truest form. For the ego is what creates separation and division. The what about me, the what about us, that it's their fault and I am the victim. Liberation. What is liberty? Liberty is freedom from external or foreign rule, independence. Freedom from external or foreign rule. External rule. Measuring off what? The external plane. The external plane as being the measurement for our being, our happiness. It is said in Zen Buddhism that the concrete is that which is always in motion, intangible, always moving, that which cannot be spoken, that which cannot be understood. It is that which infuses life. And the non-concrete is what we call the material plane. This seems in direct dichotomy, though this, as we have shared as well, is all energy. It is all spirit. It is all, in many ways, as acknowledged, an illusion, a reflection of our minds. Now let's look at that. A reflection of our minds, the ego reflecting itself, living in a reflection of my deepest and most hidden or most unacknowledged thoughts. The universe is what you see and is how you see it. Liberation is to believe and realize that you, inside of yourself, is the only one who can free yourself from any bondage or any exterior or external rule. Now, our essence is in the divine. That which infuses life all around me infuses all life and infuses my being. It is part of me. I am one with all. We are one with all. We say, how could this be this way? But it is the perfect way for us to acknowledge that the ego must manifest itself completely for you to be awoken. Many go to a place in their sharings of their personal journeys when they say, I came to the deepest and darkest place in my life, where I went through this horrible experience, and then I realized in that suffering that I must pick myself up. I found the divine guiding me. Yes, yes, for it is all divine. It is all one, as I say and has been said for millennia through all spiritual practices that reveal the secret of all secrets. For it is all one. All the teachings are one as well. It is said that we must see the infinite in all. We must be able to see all as one for our true liberation. For who can take away your peace if your peace lies within? Gandhi expressed this in recent times through his example of nonviolence. He knew that by going within his being, that he could invoke the change he wished to see in the world, and did this time and time again, bringing the Hindus and the Muslims together when he fasted for days to unify the nations and stop the violence between the two religions, practices, paths. For when we lay aside our differences, we will see that we have much, much more in common with our fellow man, woman, child, brother, and sister, and all living being, than we have any differences. For the ego is a self-created division from your source, and it must be recognized so we can take the first step in self-realization and awakening our true essence. Liberation Dock in Sausalito is where I witnessed this year's electoral college calculations and results from our presidential race. Though, as I said, I will always elect nature as my president, but the most important thing to be said is that in all my brothers and sisters, no matter parties or divisions, I only see oneness, and I only see love. For as I was reading yesterday evening, the Course in Miracles, the passage I was on was the salvation from fear. It says, see in him God's creation. See in all God's creation. See all in our oneness. This is our essence. This is our truth. This is us. One. No matter creed, race, religion, or beliefs. I am you and you are me. And when we unite in that truth, we transcend all division. And it is throughout all spiritual teachings that there are laws, rules, the Eightfold Path, the Ten Commandments, the Hermetic principles. Though, in each of these, the essence of them is love and unity and speaking truth and living truthfully. That is the key. That is the key. When we listen to each other and we see our oneness, there is no need for laws. When we do right and transcend the ego, there is no need for division or for competition. For without each other, there's no total unity. We pride ourselves, and the word pride in itself invokes ego, on our individuality. But our true salvation lies in our unity. We live in this beautiful gift of life, in a true dream, actualized as a gift of experience, of the essence of the infinite. I leave you all with a quote that so beautifully says, "The time must come when everyone must learn that law resides within the individual man and not in the state. A social order built upon the foundation of love and its resolute product in high character should need no laws outside of man." When you embody that, when you live from your source, transcending ego, when you arrive back in your self-realization of your true essence and your oneness with all your fellow man, there is no need for borders. There is no need for discrepancies, for you realize to hurt another is to only hurt you. To speak down on another is only to harm yourself. Who wants to harm themselves? Everyone truly wants to be loved within, no matter who you are, no matter what your motivation. Love is the key. Live love. Love life, for it is our gift that we share. And when we acknowledge the truth in our oneness, we break illusion. We transcend the tangible to the concrete, in the Tao, in God, in our source, in love, in oneness, in our divine inheritance. As we all walk as the begotten in the union, in our limitless nature, in this divine gift of life. For without each other, there would be no us. And without you, there is no me. And without me, there is no you. I love you all, my brothers and sisters, and together we shall unveil and unite this beautiful world as one, in love, in truth, in peace, and in nature. I am with you. I see in you God's creation. Namaste.